Hi, this is Zdenka. This is a very important tutorial where you will learn everything about tracking, module tracking settings, filming yourself with a selfie camera and rear cameras, using an Apple Watch and DJI Mic Mini with DJI Om7 and Om7P gimbals. This is a very detailed tutorial. Timestamps are enabled. This video is brought to you by DJI. Let's start with basic vlogging and native camera app with selfie camera. Just to be clear, I'm filming myself in horizontal mode because that is what I want for YouTube. But if you want to film yourself in vertical mode for social media, it's very simple. You just press the mode button, the switch button 2 times, the camera will rotate, and now you're in portrait mode. So I'm gonna go back and select vertical mode. I'm filming myself in portrait video mode. When you are filming yourself, it is best to have the camera at your eye level or slightly higher for better angle. It is also best to extend the selfie stick all the way out. It's just going to be so much easier to hold. I have the multifunctional module facing me right now, and my plan is definitely to enable tracking, because if I don't and I make some sudden moves, I might end up out of the frame. So the first gesture to learn is this one. This is for tracking, and now whenever I'm gonna move, the camera is tracking me. The second gesture, which is very helpful to learn, is start and stop recording. That is this sign. The tracking module will blink yellow and it will stop recording. To start recording, I simply do the same thing, and now it is recording. If I am filming at some location and, for example, I have a friend joining me and I want to be a little bit on the side but I still want to be tracked, or if I want to show some very nice scenery, I can very easily reframe the shot with the help of a joystick. So I'm just gonna move myself a little bit to the side, and now the camera is tracking me with me always being on the left side. If you happen to be further away from the gimbal and would like to reframe the shot, you can do that with a gesture. Simply show double L gesture. Now the light will go orange. You can go to a different position, show double L again, and now you're being tracked in the new view. The multifunctional module can be customized in DJI Mimo. Let me show you what everything you can change there. I'm going to hit the 3 dots. That will take me to settings and select multifunctional module settings. By default, the following speed is set to 20. If you need slower tracking, you can lower it all the way to 10. If you need faster tracking, you can set it all the way to 30. If you find that when you talk, you are moving your arms way too much and might accidentally show the gesture for stop recording, you can disable the gesture you don't want right here. Just a quick tip, if you're not going to be using the module for some time, it will go into sleep mode. It will turn off. So if your module is off and you're not seeing the module settings in the DJI Mimo app, you just need to wake it up and the icon will show up. The icon will be there only if the module is on. I'm back in native camera app filming myself with a selfie camera. Right now you're listening just to a sound from iPhone 16 Pro. It's tiny bit windy, so I'm pretty sure you might even hear maybe some wind sounds. I'm not entirely sure, but if you do want to have a better sound, you can just get DJI Mic Mini. That's all you need, just a transmitter, because there is a built-in receiver in the multifunctional module. The receiver in the module has to be connected via cable to your smartphone if you will be filming yourself in the native camera app. It's very easy to connect them. You just long press the linking button on the DJI Mic Mini. The light will start flashing blue. Long press the button on the module and the light will flash green. Once it is paired, the light will be solid green on both. If you want to check all microphone settings, go to DJI Mimo app, hit Settings, and go to Multifunctional Module, where you will find Wireless Mic Settings. You can select what strength noise cancellation you prefer, strong or basic. You can change between mono and stereo mode. In mono mode, you can enable the safety track. You can adjust gain, enable low cut, clipping control, disable auto off, power button for noise cancellation, and mic LED. You can also check if there is a new firmware update under the wireless mic. Once again, you are listening to the sound from DJI Mic Mini. I'm gonna show you a little bit what's around me, because right now we are in February. Everything is beautifully frozen. You see the icicles everywhere. It just looks really nice. In a few hours, we are gonna get a major snowstorm. We are going to get hit by 7 centimeters. So I am ready for the shoveling once again. I gotta say that this year we have a lot of snow. It's snowing quite a bit. I don't remember having so much snow last year. Until now, I was filming myself with a selfie camera. But what if I want to film myself with a rear camera? Let's turn the module the other way to face out. Go to the native camera app and choose one-time main camera that will give you the least distortion, or film in cinematic mode. Keep the depth, the f-stop, a bit higher to avoid hair distortions around the edges of the head. You can still change the f-stop of the clip after, but you will save yourself lots of time if you do it right the first time. Once you are ready, I would at this point press the record button, which I already did, because once you turn the camera around, you're not really gonna be sure if you are recording yourself or not. The beep sometimes is not very loud. All is left to do now is just turn the camera around, and you can do so by pressing the trigger 3 times and just enabling tracking. And now I can move around and the camera is tracking me. To get out of it, press the trigger 3 times and stop recording. Okay, the tracking will be in the center of the frame, but how do you reframe the shot here? It will be pretty difficult to reframe the shot as you cannot see yourself on the screen. Do you have an Apple Watch? I bought the watch refurbished to save some money. I've had it for 2 years and it's been an amazing help with absolutely everything. All right, let's find camera remote app on the watch. Once you hit that, the app opens up on your phone automatically. Now I can see myself with rear camera. If you hit those 3 dots, you can switch between front and rear camera. If you film in regular video mode, with the knob, you can change the cameras, you can zoom in and out. I am filming myself with rear camera. I am going to enable tracking and reframe the shot the way I like. The watch is giving me the exact picture, so I know how my framing looks. This is how you would reframe the shot with rear camera in native camera app with the help of Apple Watch. If you have OM7 that does not have the tracking module, the multifunctional module, or you have OM7P and you want more advanced, more precise tracking, let's go to DJI Mimo. If you switch to selfie camera, the tracking will be automatically on. To turn off tracking, press the trigger 1 time. To enable tracking, press the trigger 1 time again. You can reframe the shot with the help of the joystick. Simply move the camera to frame the shot the way you want. The shot has been reframed. You will be tracked in this new position. If you want to enable glamour mode to erase some years, and I love that feature, you have to switch to 1080p first, as it's not available in 4K. You can film in 24, 25, 30 frames per second in glamour mode, but not 60. I'm recording myself in 1080p and 24 frames per second. The beauty mode is enabled right now. And believe it or not, today we have actually -9. There's a slight wind from the north. So I went south all the way to the lake and I'm hiding behind the trees. I'm not getting any wind. It's actually on the sun pretty warm. I would say for me, it feels right now like -3, -4. That's about it. So it's pretty comfortable. So this is the look you are going to get if you're going to be recording yourself with the beauty mode on in DJI Mimo. I am using DJI Mic Mini, a microphone. So this is the sound you're going to get. Filming with rear cameras in DJI Mimo is a lot easier than in native camera app. First of all, let's press the trigger 3 times to turn the camera 180 degrees so it can film me. If I press the trigger 1 time to enable tracking and move to test it out, I can see that the gimbal is following me. All that is left to do is press the record button. The red light on the gimbal's arm will turn on. Now I know it's recording and I just can go on and film what I need. Once again, I'm recording myself in DJI Mimo, 4K resolution, 24 frames per second frame rate. The light is red. I can see that I'm recording myself, and I also see that the tracking is working. So this is the way you would record yourself with a rear camera in this app. What if the camera is further away from you and you want to see the preview? Apple Watch will help once again. This time with the DJI Mimo app, where you can control many things. On the left are joystick controls, and on the right is tracking. If you tap on the joystick, it will take you to the next page, where you can frame the shot with the joystick, reset the gimbal, and on the left is where you can switch between landscape and portrait mode. Let's go back and enable tracking. The tracking will keep you in a center. The other controls while tracking are resetting the gimbal or switching between landscape and horizontal mode. What will also help beginners when it comes to video editing, or anyone else in general, to get quickly things done is one-tap edit. Let's go to the home page and hit one-tap edit. Select 5 or more clips you filmed. Wait a few seconds, and your video is now edited. You can edit it further with all the controls below. You can export horizontal or vertical video and change resolution and frame rate. Give it a thumbs up if you found this video helpful, and don't forget to subscribe for more tutorials. I will see you in one of those next. Ciao, ahoj.